The fishing news is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Interlux Marine Paint.
Hey folks, Fred Golofaro here for the Fisherman's video forecast. And again, we have another week. Looks like a lot of wind right through the weekend, but we are going to have some mild temperatures. So there are some options if you can't get out to the cod grounds. There are some other things you can do, but let's take a look at the cod fishing first. The Viking fleet was able to get out on the weekend and also Monday. Kind of tough fishing. Saturday, Captain Dave fished the Starship. He called it a slow day. Rough weather, water was dirty. Things improved a little bit on Sunday with 25 keeper cod coming aboard. Then Monday with flat calm ocean but a light crowd. They had a good bite through the morning, and then it died off in the afternoon, but they had half a day of good fishing. Down along the South Shore, Captain Al, the Captain Al sailed out of Point Lookout, and Captain Tom Weiss, quite frankly, he called the fishing a bust. He said it was tough. Sunday, they managed a handful of cod at the mud hole. And he's going to keep at it, but he's going to cut back his sailing schedule. It's 6 a.m., but instead of sailing daily, it'll be Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, weather permitting. The Laura Lee also got out on Sunday. He called the fishing very poor. They're done sailing for the winter. They'll pick it up again in April. And there was a good spring run of cod last year. April was pretty good, so a lot of people are looking forward to that. We really need a stretch of nice weather, calm weather, so things settle down, and we just haven't had that yet. One of the options, with the milder temperatures this week, there are still herring around. Frank at Bernie's Bait and Tackle in Sheepshead Bay said your best bet for herring is still Coney Island Pier. They've been making good catches there, and there's also some herring still showing up at the Magnolia Pier. Small bass are around. They're taking herring chunks on the 69th Street Pier and also along the shore at Battery Park. Mike at East Coast Tackle up in the Sound, the Western Sound, said there's been bass in Manhasset Bay when the weather makes it fishable. Bass to 23 inches on small swimming plugs. Similar report came from Pat at Island Bait and Tackle, small bass on swimming plugs in Turtle Cove near City Island. He said there's still a few herring around also up there at Hudson Park and Glen Island, but the numbers have really thinned out. White perch are another option. Spoke to a few different shops. Mike at Saltwater Outfitters in West Islip, Frank at Chasing Tails in Oakdale, and Bob at Bob's Bait and Tackle in Amity Harbor. All three were getting white perch reports this week. Carmens River, the Connetquot River, the tidal reaches of those bodies of water, and the behind Taco Bell in West Babylon also producing white perch. A lot of guys are going with curly-tail grubs, small curly-tail grubs fished on 1/8 or 1/16 ounce jig heads, and also you can try worms. Ideally, if you can get hold of some grass shrimp or sand shrimp, that's the #1 bait for white perch. On the freshwater scene, something else you could do this weekend. John at J&J Tackle and Patch Offs at all the local lakes now are free of ice. He's been seeing some yellow perch and some trout coming from West Lake. The Connetquot State Park, getting some decent reports from there with rainbows up to 15 inches. And also customer reported taking some trout from Argyle Park in Babylon. So if you want to get outside, there are some things to do. If you're going to be indoors, don't forget Fin Chaser TV. That's Captain Frank Crescitelli from Staten Island. The show's on the Destination America channel. Unfortunately, it's on at 5 a.m. in the morning. If you feel like sleeping in on Saturday, and who doesn't, unless you're going fishing, be sure to set your DVR to the Destination America channel. No shows this weekend. There's a break in the show schedule, but you can look forward to a week from Sunday, the Ward Melville High School Fishing Expo taking place. It's put on by the students. They have a fishing club over there. They do a great job. There's close to 100 exhibitors and very well attended. There's ongoing seminars throughout the day. There's also a panel of experts. You can pick the brains of folks like Angelo Peluso, Tom Schlichter, John Skinner, Doc Muller, Tony Salerno, Captain Tom Mikuleski, Captain Desmond O'Sullivan, Captain John Raguso, Captain Ian Devlin, and I'll be sitting in on it also. That kicks off at 11:30. And the best part about it is it's free. So we'll see you there. We'll be there also if you want to renew your subscription or take out a new subscription. We'll be there. And until then, Fred Golofaro here for thefisherman.com.
The Fishing News is brought to you by Shoreline Insurance Agency and Interlux Marine Paint.